Alright, so last week I did a pretty popular video about player composition classes. Now, it brought up a lot of good discussion, which actually has led to me doing 3 more videos on the topic. This one is going to be party composition races. Now, what I mean by this is, how important is it, to have races that aren't conflicting? So for example, you could have a player group that is all one race, which could make it for a very easy reason for them being together and give them some common goals. Or you could have just completely random races in there. You could have a drow, an elf, dwarf, orc, goblin. Now, typically in a game, if you look at the setting, a lot of times the drow is evil, the goblins don't get along with dwarves, elves and dwarves don't get along, drow and anything don't get along. So you have different things that could lead to conflict. Most games I've played in where that has happened, it hasn't been a problem, but does it, as a player or game master, does it suspend your disbelief? Do you have a hard time suspending disbelief in those situations? So is that a problem? I ask because, I feel like if you're playing the same race, I think that actually could make the game more fun. It makes it more cohesive and things seem to flow better, in my opinion. Now, it could be a little stale if you have a group of all humans or a group of all one race, but maybe you just use the same race, and not the same race, but you have the races that typically get along. So you could still have an elf and a dwarf, just like in Lord of the Rings. They disliked each other at the start, but they became very close. And you could still have things like halflings and things like that. But how important is it to you guys running a game? Let me know what you think. I think it would be fun to use the less used classes like the drow, but I feel like it'd be better if you had the whole group as that race with maybe 1 or 2 outliers, like a human to draw it together and still be good and give you some credibility as a good guy. Or maybe you have a party that has a goblin, so you say, hey, if we're going to have a goblin, we can't have any dwarves. I personally think it's important to look at the setting and what would be socially acceptable in that setting, and maybe that's your rules for character creation. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with all your friends. I appreciate the dialogue and the conversation back and forth on this, and I will have 2 more party composition videos coming in the future. So yeah, thank you very much. Bye.